Hi, this is Tucker with a quick grammar tip. Today's tip is focused on the difference between who and whom. So we're going to talk about how do you use each of these words and how can you test yourself to make sure you've actually used the correct word. So looking at who is a subjective pronoun. I underlined the word subject in subjective because we use who when it is the subject of a clause or a sentence. There are lots of other subjective pronouns we use quite frequently. He, she, it, we, and they. They can all serve as the subject of a clause or a sentence. By contrast, we use whom in a different way because it is an objective pronoun. And I underlined the word object because we use whom when it is the object of a clause or a sentence. There are other objective pronouns, him, her, it, us, and them, which are also used as objects in a sentence. So let's take a look at a couple of examples and talk about a little trick you can use to make sure you're using the right word. So for example, if you ask the question, who ate my sandwich? If you want to make sure it's who and not whom, you can substitute one of the other subjective pronouns in the place of who. So you could substitute he or she and see if it works. So I'm going to substitute the word he. He ate my sandwich. Does it sound okay? I think it does. So we know that who is the correct pronoun for this particular question. Now let's take a look at whom. The example sentence is, I ran into a teacher whom I had in 6th grade. Now the trick here is to substitute another objective pronoun for the word whom in the sentence. So you can substitute him or her for whom and see if it sounds okay. I ran into her. Right? So I'm using the word her, which is an objective pronoun, to substitute for the word whom. It sounds okay, so I know I've made the correct decision. Now let's review with a couple example sentences. To blank, did you lend your car? Blank, will you ask to the dance on Friday? I can't imagine blank left this book in class. Blank, should I say, is asking. To blank, should I send this note? At this point in the video, pause, write down these sample sentences, using the tricks that we went over, see if you can fill in the sentence with who or whom, depending on whether it needs a subjective pronoun, who, or an objective pronoun, whom. Once you've filled in the example sentences, then play the video again. Let's review the answers. To whom did you lend your car? Now, thinking about the trick, you might have said, I lent my car to him, him being an objective pronoun, so we know that whom is the right answer. Whom will you ask to the dance on Friday? I will ask him. Him is another objective pronoun, so we know whom works there too. I can't imagine who left this book in class. He left this book in class. Another way to check it so we know it's the subjective pronoun. Who should I say is asking? He is asking. So again, we know that it's the subjective pronoun, who. To whom should I send this note? I will send this note to him. So I hope those tricks will help you decipher between who and whom in your own writing.